You are Locked On Syracuse, your daily podcast on the Syracuse Orange. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I want to start off this podcast talking about a pair of running backs on this team right now that are true freshmen that I genuinely believe can make a big impact in 2024, which, by the way, we are just 9 days away from Syracuse football season beginning. We're just 9 days away. Think about it. My next full podcast that I do for you guys, the next full one will be on Sunday. That's game week. Unbelievable. We're almost there. So let's talk about the true freshmen, though, as I get sidetracked. Yasin Willis is going to play a pivotal role for this team this upcoming season. Now, Yasin Willis is 6'1", 225 pounds. Of course, everyone I'm talking about here is a true freshman. He's from New Jersey. I think he was like the best player in the state of New Jersey. And he was only a 3-star recruit, but nevertheless, he had a great spring game, 11 carries for over 90 yards and a touchdown. And I've said this before, but with Yasin Willis, the reason why this is a true freshman that can make an immediate impact is the fact that he's got the size. Oftentimes, the biggest problem is not the talent for these true freshmen. It's size. And Yasin Willis has it. He is 6'1", 225 pounds, and he's also sneakily fast. He can run a little bit, obviously. So is he going to be the starting running back? No. That's LeQuint Allen. I think we all know that. And they brought in Will Nixon from Washington as well, the transfer, who is a converted wide receiver. So he is, by that logic and by his numbers, if you look up Will Nixon's numbers, a great receiving back. So someone they can put in on third downs in that case. But with Yasin Willis, he's almost going to split the backup role with Will Nixon because he's more of a power back at this point of his development. More of a power back, so 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. Even if you want to bring him in on 1st and 2nd down, you can do that as well because he is a downhill runner. And we'll see how long LeQuint Allen is in Syracuse for. He does have a couple years of eligibility left, but maybe Yasin Willis one day becomes the starting running back for Syracuse football. So I think that Yasin Willis is going to make an immediate impact for this team this upcoming season. It's hard to put a numbers projection on him. Hard to do it, but he's going to play an immediate impact based on being a back near the goal line, a back near or in short yardage situations. Now, the next player that I'm going to talk about, Malachi James, it is the complete opposite of Yasin Willis. Malachi James is 5'11", less than 200 pounds. He's from New Jersey, and he is also a 3-star recruit, but he was not necessarily a 3-star running back. He was a 3-star athlete. This is someone who was all-state in high school at both wide receiver and running back. So he's pretty versatile. The thing with Malachi James, talked about it yesterday with Mike McAllister, he's got speed. I'm sure some of you guys have seen this on Twitter, that Malachi James in practice reached a speed of near 24 miles an hour. I think the exact number was 23.6 miles an hour. You might be asking yourself, what does that mean? 23.6 miles an hour. Is that fast for a human being? Well, the answer is yes. That is faster than any speed that Tyreek Hill has reached, for context. So Malachi James reached a speed in practice, albeit it was practice, that is faster than Tyreek Hill. So Malachi James, his impact, Mike McAllister yesterday made it seem like he's going to have actually more of an impact on offense than we might imagine. But at minimum with Malachi James, because of his speed, he should be next to Trevor Pena when returning kicks. Maybe he's the punt returner. Whatever it is, him and Pena make it so that Syracuse has two really good or really capable returners. And as a true freshman, if you're on the field, even if it's just being a returner, that is still making an immediate impact. I don't think Malachi James is out here just, going to play on special teams blocker or anything like that. This is going to be an immediate impact player as a returner. And then going forward, we'll see if maybe he can put on a little bit more weight so he can play maybe a little bit more between the trenches as a run between the trenches as a running back. See maybe if he starts to play receiver. I don't know exactly what his position is going to be, but at least as a true freshman with Malachi James, I think we can expect that he is going to be one of the two main returners on this team. Now, I know I called this segment a pair of running backs because technically Malachi James is listed as a running back on the Syracuse roster. But just envision the future. That going forward, maybe 2020, I don't know about 2025 because of LeQuint Allen, but 2026, you could be looking at a starting duo of Yasin Willis and Malachi James for this team. And obviously, we'll see in about 9 days just how good or just how ready these freshmen truly are. But early indications, I'm pretty excited to watch these two play for Syracuse going forward. Now, obviously, there's the transfer portal and everything, so hopefully they just don't leave, right? But at the end of the day, I think you should be happy and encouraged by this pair of running backs, Yasin Willis and Malachi James. These are two players that can make an immediate impact right away as true freshmen. And going forward, the sky's the limit. The sky is the limit for these two guys. Yasin Willis already has the NFL size. Malachi James is already one of the fastest human beings on planet Earth. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with these two pair of running backs. Now, we're going to switch to the defensive side of the ball and talk about a couple of true freshmen who also can make an immediate impact in just about 9 days.